Well, I'm going to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. Hope you're doing well on today. Or should I say tonight? It is actually 10 p.m. Eastern here in Georgia. Today is not October, November the 2nd, 2025. At least we're recording this video. Hope you are doing well. Want to say good day to you. Hope you're doing well. To all the YouTube fam, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us. And if you are new here, if you just happen to come by, stop by today or tonight, shall I say, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and subscribe. And for those of you who are subscribers, I appreciate you as well. Share this out. So we are on day 7 of the 30-day lifestyle upgrade challenge. For those of you who are on YouTube, not YouTube, but TikTok, you're catching day 7. Um, I didn't start going live on TikTok until I think day 5, maybe day 6. And so, but I'm going to touch bases on some of the previous broadcasts. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us today. Those of you on TikTok, appreciate you. Let me know where you're watching from. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to go ahead and go to my notes so I don't waste too much of your time. Like I said, this is day 7, so we're just going to touch bases real quick on the past few days. And again, this is the lifestyle upgrade challenge. Let me share my screen, and I think that's it right there. Again, those of you on TikTok, let me know where you're watching from. Appreciate you. So the past 6 days, I'm just going to touch on what we covered the past 6 days. Day 1, we talked about goal setting your goals, and make sure you write your goals down. If you don't write your goals down, it's not a goal, it is a wish. Day 2, we talked about the power of decision. One decision can change your entire life, and when you make a decision, you commit to that decision. We're talking about, again, a 30-day lifestyle upgrade challenge. Over these 30 days, your lifestyle can change if you put the work in. So day 3, we talked about stop waiting for permission. A lot of times people wait to be validated by other people. If you have a goal you're trying to accomplish, you want to, of course, get people who you know to kind of support you. But depending on what your goal, what your dream, what your vision is, sometimes it's too big for some people to even imagine you can accomplish it. So stop waiting for people to validate you. Go ahead and take the necessary steps to pursue or accomplish your goals. So day 4, we talked about you already have what it takes. One of the biggest things that I hear people talk about is that because of their life, they're so busy. Again, those of you on TikTok, really appreciate you. Share this out if you don't mind. They say they don't have time, and I posted this on TikTok. Um, Nobody has more time or more days than anybody else. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. The most successful people, and I'll say that over and over again, have the same amount of time. It's just what you do with your time. You don't have a time problem, you have a time management problem. So stop waiting for people to give you permission. You already have what it takes. The doors are wide open. You need to walk through them. Day 5, we talked about consistency uh, beats or defeats motivation. Um, Motivation is external. Motivation requires somebody or something to, kind of applaud you, celebrate you, push you. And motivation is okay for a little while, but what happens when the motivator, the cheerleader isn't there? You have to have something internal. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. But when you have inspiration, something that inspires you, something that keeps you going, thanks for the hearts. I really appreciate it. Appreciate you. You all also communicate with each other as you're coming in. Check out each other's profiles. Might be somebody you love to connect with, but I do appreciate the likes. Um, is that Edward? I can't see that. Let me use. I'm ashamed to say it. Let me use my magnifying glass. EVA DNE7. Thank you. I'm using my magnifying glass. So, consistency defeats and beats motivation. Consistency. You got to get, again, knowing, and thank you. And I don't know if that's EVADNE7. Appreciate you. I can't pronounce whatever that is. It looks like Evan. But anyway, when I first started this challenge, I already knew I was going to have a busy schedule. I already knew some things might pop up. But since I have a goal, these next, 23 days are going to be tough, but consistency beats motivation. By the end of this 30 days, a lot of things are going to be different from me and you too, if you so choose to, you know, put the work in. Day 6, we talked about excuses don't pay the bills. Okay, why? I see why. Why what? What is why? Just try to answer that question to EVAD7, E7, let's say E7. But while I'm continuing on, let me why. I just want to know what that why is for. I may have said something you want to know why about. Um, Excuses don't pay the bills. Excuses sound good until you realize they don't pay the bills. Everybody has an excuse. If you look for an excuse, you'll find an excuse. If you look for an excuse not to succeed, you'll find an excuse. You'll find a reason. Um, Excuses aren't hard to find, but excuses do not pay the bills. And this is day 7. Day 7 is, and hear me closely, faith it until you make it. I hear a lot of people, especially in certain areas of business, I hear people say fake it until you make it. I've never ascribed to that. I don't want to be fake. I want to be true to myself. I want to be true to the things that God has called me to. I don't want to fake it. I want to faith it. In other words, I want to see things. What was that? Share your. Let me see. Let me share. Let me see. Share your live and invite more friends. I guess you're asking why. That's just what we do here on. Oh no, it says I'm reading my own thing. I'm reading my own thing. I'm getting off track. I was reading my own post. Sorry about that. But faith it until you make it. Everyone says fake it till you make it, but you have to have faith, not fake. Imagine this: if you have been, trying to encourage people and giving them a look into your life, but then they find out it was fake, you're going to lose credibility. I would rather let people know, the struggles. I would let people see the falls, the failures, and have faith that I'll overcome all of those falls and failures than to pretend to be something or be somebody that I'm not. Credibility goes out the window. Evad, let me see. Evadne, Evadne. Okay, maybe might be just my eyes, but faith. And I'm a believer. I don't know who may be watching. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. But faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Faith is believing in it even though you haven't accomplished it. Faith is, here's a quick story. For those of you on YouTube, I appreciate you as well. Here's a story I heard, and this can kind of, hope hope to open somebody's eyes. There's a story of two women, two elderly ladies. They were in a like a nursing home, and one lady was close to the window. The other lady was, closer to the door. And every day, the woman closer to the door would ask the lady that was closest to the window what she could see. And the woman at the window that was closest to the window would always describe the beautiful trees, the birds, the wind blowing, if it was raining, if it was shining outside or sunny outside. She was always uplifting and just seeing the beauty that was outside the window. So unfortunately, the woman at the window passed, and then the woman that was closest to the door was asked, could she, have the other bed? They moved her to the bed where the previous lady was, and come to find out, the lady that was at the window was blind. And what was actually outside of the window was just a brick wall. And she was trying to figure out, all these days and all this time, she was telling me about the beauty that she was seeing, and she couldn't see it. She was seeing the beauty in her mind. She was seeing the trees. She was seeing the sun. She was seeing the birds. She was seeing, all the beautiful things, even though she could not physically see. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So when it comes to accomplishing anything in life, you have to faith it until you make it. So what two ways? I'm going to give you two ways that you can faith it until you make it. Speak it before you see it. And I know this, some people don't ascribe to this, it's hoodoo or whatever you want to call it. But the scriptures give us clear direction and lets us know that there is power in your tongue. There is power. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. And when it comes to accomplishing anything in life, you have to be able to see it in your mind, speak it through your mouth. Speak those things that you want. And again, for me, it's not about material things. It's about being a good steward of what God has given me. And we're talking about, accomplishing things uh, monetarily, making some money. Most people here a lot of people on TikTok, YouTube are trying to make some money. For me, it's not about the material things. Material things mean nothing, but it's to be a better steward of the things that God has given me and to leave a legacy with my children to be able to help those who are in need. Think about this. Think about how things are going right now with the government shutdown. And I don't know where some of you are. You may be overseas and it doesn't impact you. But think about families who are losing their benefits. If people who are wealthy, who have success, would I'm not suggesting that the rich and the wealthy take care of the poor. That's not what I'm saying. That I want to make that clear. I don't think that somebody that has worked hard is obligated to give everything away. I'm not saying that. But for those who are in a position to help somebody else, imagine if all of the wealthy people in the world had compassion for those who are hurting and not try to have and get more and more stuff, the world would be a better place. But at the same time, I'm not saying that they should just sit back and give everything away. That's not what I'm talking about. So you speak those things that be not as though they are. And so we also act like it's already done. Um, and in regards to this, you're not pretending. You are you're putting yourself in the position and the mindset that doors are being opened. There's things that have happened in my life that I had not achieved, but I acted as if I had already achieved those things in regards to finances, in regards to health, in regard to relationships. I began to speak them and act them out. Okay, one thing in particular, my wife and I, whenever we go to dinner, wherever we go, we eat, we tip well. I think it was Jim Rohn who said, "I tip like I'm rich until I am rich." Tip like you're rich until you are rich. If it's, you know, 18%, tip 20%. Yeah, and these are just small things. But my point is, uh, faith it until you make it. When you have a goal, and I would encourage you to do this, and this is for to TikTok as well as those of you on YouTube. If you have a goal, try to develop a goal that's bigger than you and is not all about you. If you understand what I'm saying, your goal should be, my personal opinion, to try to alleviate some of the pain and suffering in this life for people who are less fortunate. I'm not talking about people who never put in effort. I'm not talking about people who expect a handout. But there are some people who have had some tough times. And this situation that we're in here in the United States is sad that, have the wealth that we have, and there are people who are getting benefits taken away. I don't want to get into that topic, that subject, because it could spiral out of control. But my point is, 30 days, be willing to put in the effort, whatever you're trying to accomplish, rain, sleet, or shine, good days or bad days, put in the work that's necessary to accomplish the goal that you want. I've heard this. If you do anything for 21 days consecutively, it becomes a habit. Begin to develop better habits. So again, ladies and gents, thank you for jumping in here. I kind of went off just a little bit, but I thank you for those of you who are on TikTok who came in. I appreciate you. Highly appreciate you. And I want to say, if you would like to connect with me, go to my, those of you who are on TikTok, go to my bio. You can check the link, the Linktree link. There is a tab where you can connect with me, do a 15 to 20 minute, I think maybe 30 minute. I think I have it set for 30-minute conversation. I've been posting some AI stuff, so I want to make sure people know it's me and not, some AI. But have a conversation, see if I can help you. Also, if you'd like to be a part of our private Facebook group, check I think it might be the second tab in that link, and join our private Facebook group. It is the Lifestyle Upgrade Group. There are some questions you'll have to answer. I think it's 3 questions. They're not personal questions. We just want to make sure people are willing to put the work in and be a part of a community that's growing. At one time, we had well over 100 people in the group, but the group was not active. People were not engaging, and I don't want to have a group that's not active, not engaging. So I cleaned it out. I cleaned it out. We started all over. Right now, as of today, we have about 43 people in the group. We have somebody managing the page, helping me manage the page. And so, again, we are here to help you if you want to be helped. And you might be okay financially. You might want to just share some of your knowledge to help other people. My whole goal is by the end of this month, being November, to help another 50 people make another $5,000 to $10,000 per month from home. But anyway, I'm here to help you. If you want to help those of you on YouTube, I'll actually put the information. It's right below in the video description. So again, ladies and gents, hope you all have a blessed evening. Sleep well. We'll talk to you later.